I'd like to thank you all for coming and being here with us to share this wonderful day, this wonderful occasion. I especially want to thank my wonderful wife for helping raise us. And I want to thank Barry and Deb for raising such an incredible son. I also need to thank all those friends and family who helped out over the last few days getting this place ready. If it wasn't for your help, I think we'd still be here putting out cookies. I first met Elizabeth one April day when she decided to come into the world a month early. For those of you who know Elizabeth, that was one of the few times she's ever been early for a day.
Thanks, Dad.
I remember asking my wife, what the heck do I do with a girl? I had no idea. Turns out, you do the same things with a girl that you would do with a son. Elizabeth even helps me work on the car. Eric is a wonderful guy. I'm thrilled to have him in our family, even though he's not very mechanically inclined. If you would join me now in a toast. To the love of my life, my daughter Elizabeth, and to the love of her life, Eric, Mazel Tov. May God bless and keep you forever. Amen.
Thank you. I feel like I should be talking to you guys because it's to you.
Come on.
Okay. I didn't really want to get up on the stage, but you've already been here.
Right, you were already here.
Where do I even begin with this speech? As you might know, I'm not the best at public speaking. As Beth and I always say, I was riding the struggle bus a little bit when it came down to writing it. But here goes. I'm so happy and proud to be part of your special day, even though I'm literally missing the real whiteout, the Penn State-Michigan game. And yes, I'm still mad you made your wedding day on this day, since the schedule is out 3 years in advance. But I digress. I've really enjoyed spending these last few years watching your love blossom into what it is now. From your first date and a million butterflies from Beth, to the day full of lying to the bride to pull off the best engagement possible. You guys have really showed me what true perseverance and dedication means when you love someone as deeply as you love each other. In college, Beth and I had some doubts about finding, Beth had some doubts about finding the man of her dreams, but I think it is safe to say that she did better than I could have ever imagined. Eric, I knew when you began to plan the engagement how much you cared for my best friend and her passions. Never have I come across anyone who put in as much effort into a proposal as you did, and will obviously be talking about it for years to come. I mean, P.S., you're obviously the best choice. Again. Beth and I are always able to pick each other up, physically and metaphorically, like the time she literally slid under her car. Yes, I did spend the first 5 minutes of this moment laughing so hard I almost peed my pants. But eventually, there I was to pick her up from a small struggle. You've heard the opportunity to listen to Beth and my many stories and adventures from college, but I have something to share with you that may or may not know about, that you may or may not know about my best friend. My best friend, although high-strung and sometimes the pain in my ass, has showed me what it truly means to be there for someone when it's needed the most. On the night of her graduation, instead of celebrating her big day and enjoying every minute, she held me while I cried from the pain of a breakup and even worse pain of losing my mother. It was the moment that I knew that Beth would be my best friend forever. I hope she's able to hold you for the rest of your life, and you will always know that you have someone that will have your back through thick and thin, because no matter how much she drives you crazy, she will always be there to call you and brighten your day or pick you up when you're feeling down. And I don't think many people can say they have someone who would do this, and let alone get to marry that person and be with them for the rest of their life. As you begin this journey together, don't take a single moment for granted. Love endlessly, laugh often, and cherish every moment together. I'll be right here cheering you two on every second. Congratulations and cheers to a happy, healthy marriage. Love you guys.
Nice job singing, Eric. All those years of the Rudy Boys really paid off. Sorry, Uncle Neil, he might not want to do Shine, Shine, Shine for us now. Okay, so growing up, I always wanted my big brother to be my best friend. Too bad I acted like an annoying little shit. I was always wanting to do what he did, invading his space much too frequently, and joining him as friends without being invited. So no surprise Eric wanted to keep our relationship strictly to brotherhood. But it wouldn't stop me from my goal of making Eric into my best friend. Eric learned to spell his name when we were really little. E-R-I-C, Eric. So I learned to spell my name. E-R-I-C, Alex. Eric went to Camp George, so I went to Camp George. Eric joined BBYO, so I joined BBYO. Eric attended Ohio University, so I was not allowed to go there. I know now that it was for the best, because as we got older and spent more time apart, our brotherhood grew. During Thanksgivings in Altoona, Passovers in Monroeville, and visiting each other at college, we began to really value the time we spent together. That brotherhood has evolved and now includes a best friendship that can only be formed between brothers. As kids, we were told it was normal to bicker and fight, but one day we would be best friends. I thought that day would never come. However, I should speak for both of us when I say it was well worth the wait. And we may not always see eye to eye, but there's nobody in the world that has shared more with me than Eric. We've made more memories together than I can begin to recount, but tonight will go down as my favorite memory of you because you got to marry the woman that you love. I'm so happy for you, and I wish you and Beth many amazing adventures in the new life that you built together. So we could all raise our glasses to Eric and Beth. May the rest of your days be the best of your days. Thank you.
So, as you all know, my name is Tori. I actually met Beth, ironically enough, the year before college. We got pretty close pretty quickly, but there were only like 10 of us, so kind of had no choice anyways. But once we got through that, we found out we were all living in the same building. We were able to go out and do things and be friends. Can you hear me better now? I'm sorry. Okay. And become close friends. Ironically enough, after that, my roommate, for lack of better terminology, was not the nicest person in the world, and I wound up being suite mates with Beth. And from there on out, it was kind of a twist of fate that we were able to be so close and do the things we wanted to do. Realistically, we should have been roommates, but we'll leave that for another time. There are so many stories that I can tell about Beth, most of which she'd probably stab me for, so we're going to keep them sweet. But the one thing that I always love so much and admire so much is how caring she is of a person. You're seriously, like, as everybody calls you, the mom, but let's not put it that way, okay? You're seriously one of the nicest, caring, most caring people in the universe. And you're so good to your friends, and people underestimate that. She took care of me on a personal note. I got really sick, and she was the only person that sat down and made sure that it was okay that freshman year. I love you so much, and you're seriously one of the greatest people in my life. And then Eric came along, and so many things changed for the best note. You glow every time you talk about him, every time you look at him, every time you think about him, and I see the same in your eyes. You two are meant for each other, and it's incredible to watch that love blossom. And thank you for letting me be a part of you. From that, even meeting Eric for the first time and all his puns and dad jokes, which I love so much, and I mentioned this last night and I genuinely mean that. They're great. Wow, that was crazy.
Everybody's here. Doesn't matter.
Somebody who couldn't be here. It's okay. I'm just bringing all the comedy tonight. But for allowing me to share in so many special moments of you two has been a blessing as well. Just like exactly the one I was just about to talk about, just like she knew. I was there the day they got her, and I had the opportunity to go and meet them in Robinson and go and meet the precious Papu. So rudely interrupted my speech, Winnie. And it's been such a great journey to see the two of you grow together and be with the two of you and allowing me to be a part of it. I'm so thankful for the two of you and our friendship that we share, and I'm so, so incredibly happy for the two of you. Love you both so much. I don't have my drink because I failed, but can we do a toast, please? To Beth and Eric and their love and happiness that they continue to grow.
I can see what's happening.
What?
They don't have a clue.
Oh.
They got married, and here's the bottom line. Our trio's down to 2. Eric, the 3 of us have been best friends for quite a while. From Bobcat football in Huntington and Athens, to drives down to Florida and South Carolina, including through Charlotte, and 50 feet above the ground, you having a meltdown as cross-egged you on a ropes course. We've been through a lot. And through it, we've learned a lot about each other, and have been through it thick and thin. And today, we're here for you and both of your marriage. Now, we feel it's our job to impart some knowledge on what we've learned about you through these experiences, so Beth is prepared for what she doesn't know already. First, don't steal Eric's seat. Just don't do it.
Second, you must skip down Main Street in Disney World.
Next, don't leave a Pirates game in the 7th inning.
Make sure his sandwiches have extra pickles.
And don't eat the whole brownie.
Let him stop the period.
And finally, treasure your relationship together, as Eric is one of the absolute best people we've ever met. Remember, life's a happy song when there's someone by your side to sing along. And we'll always be there singing for you when you need us. Love you, bud. Put this one in the book.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
I was asked to give a traditional Irish blessing, so here it goes. May God be with you and bless you. May you see your children's children. May the wind be at your back. May the warm rays of the sun fall upon your homes. May love and laughter light your days and warm your heart and home. May your mornings bring you joy and your evenings bring you peace. May your troubles be less, your blessings be more. May you feel no rain, for each of you will be a shelter for the other. May the meaning of this hour and this day be fulfilled all the days and years to come. May God bless this union, this meal, and those who are here to share the moment. Thank you.